back to do a reading for this strong period of January the 6th through the 12th. We're going to be taking a real quick look at what might be staying and what is going away. We have a lunar eclipse happening during the full moon this Friday the 10th. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you might want to look and see what house is being affected by this in your own birth charts. You might want to pull up a free reading anywhere on the web that does them and take a look at what house is being affected, because this new ear thing, the you thing, keys are in the tones of what was never pulled through the halo, where the moon was ever removed from the other side of the container of, that body that you've been surveying, because the eye had to go all the way around to see itself clearly. And that's what this year is about. So we begin with an eclipse to help us see that here in the sign of Cancer. And over the course of this new ear thing, you will be hearing differently about what is being sired inside of that energy, because some of us are birthing from the inner state. Some things are going to stay, other things are going to go. What you might want to look at is the spread between Cancer 8 degrees and Cancer 20 degrees. I'll leave a link below for those of you that like to follow in the reading with me that's recommended, and also look forward to seeing you if you all would like to meet me again this Friday for a little bit of a reading on this ear thing that we're hearing differently inside of the one strong incept ion beginning for the new Cam era. It's a little more like a Barbie zone, okay? Catch you on the inside of your reading. And if you need a reading of your own, something with just your energy, here's the plug. Information's below. Hit me up and we'll take a look at some of the things you really need to know that nobody's really telling you about, that thing that's going on between the ears that weren't attached to that ceiling, and that's where the sage goes. See you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Virgo? How you doing? It's so good to have you here. Meditating over your energies. I'm just going to get a tiny bit more of your essences into these cards. I'm going to be pulling 3 shadowscapes. One for you, one for them, one for your disposition, and then we'll also be looking at whatever's picking back up at us here. What's the goal? Up to on a strong of 1/6 to 1/12. And what the heck is happening with this eclipse? Some of y'all are doing some serious energy work. Maybe you practice Qigong like me. But I'm hearing whatever it is you're doing, keep on going. It's yielding some fantastic results in your halo grid of energy and what's actually coming through what you've projected the eye on from the inner state, and that's what's actually being created right now. So, Ace of Swords looking up at us. First of all, it's coming out of a dark place where this little bit of light has been evident for some of you all, and I'm hearing it's like whatever is going on that you're anticipating for, they're saying tax season, although I'm hearing August. It's like some kind of joke on, rendering unto Caesar where time doesn't get cut and pasted, for understanding UPC codes and bit hash and how to calculate things that actually have coordinates to land somewhere that we can all see, like on the World Wide Web. So for some of you all, you have been protected in a special sort of loving incubation, and let's see what we can find out about that. The Hanged Man. So especially if you've been feeling wrapped up on that clock, because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like tied to that. And I'm hearing it's like, yeah, I'm self-employed and I'm married to this clock. It's just like being caught on the wheel of torture, you know? And just, man, I'm hearing for somebody, it's like that. And for somebody else, it's like, where the light might have gotten confused about the focal point, because especially if you're, I don't want to say you're narrow-minded, you Virgo, I'm saying you might be noticing this tendency though in other people, and especially being a perfectionist at work, where you can focus so much on details that pull you away from actually what the bigger picture is, because of how well you understand how certain things work and your ability to play into wherever you feel you're going to have the best bet. And so I'm hearing that's like the worst part for a Virgo, because it's like, for some of you all, you know that you can even take like a belly flop situation, and just because of how much you can love details, you can turn that bullshit into something amazing. And sometimes that's what it is that makes Virgos like the recipient of somewhat abusive situations, where it's like you can get lost in the forest amongst all the trees there, you know, and feel like wrapped up in that brush is what I'm hearing. And for some of you all, it's like just feeling like some of those details took away your ability to see something else because of how well you perfected that other situation. And I'm hearing that for some of you all, it's like hanging on that last detail, like, oh, now this is gonna drop. And I'm feeling like it's like nervous pressure, and like, and it takes some energy off of that, because we don't need that there, Virgo. Just calibrating some energies here behind me on the board where I'm doing some other work here. I'm hearing for some of you all though, this is like, you've got a plan, and I'm hearing it's like talking about it in terms of 8 to 12 months now really doesn't resonate with you very well, because it's like, that's what you know you need, and it's like the time isn't there. And so it's like, I just keep hearing somebody saying, I'm married to this from every angle, and like trying to figure out how to cut themselves loose is what I'm hearing. That does not have to be you. This could be your observation of somebody else in your world. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's an apt description, and you might have had 2 or 3 different people telling you the same thing. So, okay, let's see what I can find out here on the other person's energy, because we've got the Strength card. Real strong Leo vibe on this. I'm hearing there might actually be 2 reflections of this for you right now. They don't necessarily have to be Leo, but this is very much a Leo card for me. That 8. And then there's all these birds like chirping about these 2 here. But then there's these 2 right here too. And then there's these 2 right here, the cats. But it's kind of like the only odds standing, there's 2 little elfy things here. There's this one bird here. Everybody else has a pair. And I'm hearing it's like, between the 2 of you here, it's like there's something magnetic. There's something very like kinetic. You can feel it. I'm hearing for some of you all, you might have somebody that could probably be a really good business sort of partner here. And I'm hearing you might have 2 different reflections of how that could work. It might be 2 different people you're dealing with. Or maybe it's just like how their mind works. So I'm hearing for some of you all, that might be you dealing with a partner that it's like just having to keep your strength together because of how much energy it takes to be around them while they're playing both parts. I'm hearing for somebody, there's like a real strong caregiver vibe. It's like how you're being called to play into this. And I'm hearing for some of you all, if there's like a work-related aspect, it's like no, I'm willing to continue working these long hours because I'm not going to get into this drama with this person. There's just too much going on here, and an 8-hour day isn't cutting it, is what I'm hearing for some of you all. That this is like trying to figure out where the time is coming from. And I'm hearing this one saying, married to the cerebellum. So you got married to the clock, married to the cerebellum here. Let's see what we can find out from the card you have in common here. Knight of Wands. So, alright, communication definitely happening here. Whoever's got the stronger Leo vibe, I'm hearing, is probably the one that's got something to say. I hear they might have already said it, though. And so it's like, who ran away over here and played dead and, like, grew into the downtrend of the tree is what I'm hearing. That might be descriptive for some of y'all, especially if you're the one who's been observing this. So, Knight of Wands here. Could also be third party, although I'm not really getting that. I'm kind of hearing this might be not exactly new communication, but it might be a return sort of communication. And I'm hearing it might have been like a hot trot fox might have passed through there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what I'm counting as participants down here. I'm hearing for somebody it's like something happened here between these two people that was like, I'm just hearing it was too fancy is what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means, but for somebody it's like there might have been judgment about how this other person did that. And I'm hearing for some of you too, especially if there's like some negative feelings with two parties here, it's like somebody felt like this person might be bratty, or like one person's really conservative and maybe a little shy and at the nicest of it and very judgmental about it, and then over here it's like somebody's just kind of like how they are and they kind of just do how they do, and then this person's over here silently judging is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like somebody's worst fantasy coming true. Because it's like, now you have to deal with them. You have to deal with each other, and it's like, everything's out in the open. And it's just like, shit, I really said that, and everybody heard it, or like, oh, it's keeping me up at night, and for some of y'all, it's like jealous-ass freaking coworkers all around you trying to make some shit up because you're that, like, beautiful goose there, and it's like, there's this, like, tormenting person here that's like, Goliath's like, on the outside, and it's like, people might just be, like, cowering under their presence. It's like, I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just, like, full of themselves, but it's like, I'm getting a really strong, also, Leo vibe. There's, like, 8 and 8 here. It's like, you might be seeing 2 different kinds of Leos. Or, like, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, or maybe that's, like, you, or maybe the person has both, and it's like, are you Jekyll, are you Hyde, or, like, who's here right now? Okay, alright, okay, we'll stay out of the way, and just being, like, the caregiver that's like, I'm just gonna hang around here and keep my face clean, keep my hands clean, and, we'll see what you write. And so I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, I mean, this could really just depend on who you are, Virgo, but there are some big energies at work here. These are both major arcana. It's like, it's a certain kind of inertia, though, because the hanged man is just like hanging there, even though they could, maybe. And it's like self-imposed catatonia I'm hearing from somebody. It's like seriously just being very fixated. I'm hearing this might be like somebody that you know, and they just like will stare down a situation and refuse. And, they might just refuse to do something. And so I'm hearing it's like at a standstill. And then, this strength person is busy is the thing. It's like, they're busy, and there's like some healing going on here. And even this other person here, or if this is a second or third person, it's like something is happening to them. It's like they're being taken advantage of in this situation is what it looks like. And it looks like somebody's doing it on purpose. Generally, this energy, it's like, it can be self-imposed. It's like refusing to cut yourself free, like Hangman. But at the same time, I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, no, somebody is literally trying to put an energy there. You might have a character there that's like trying to put their influence over other people, and it's just like grabbing. It's like creepy crawlies everywhere. It's like that thing in Stranger Things, you know, the Demogorgon coming to get you for forgetting your own face and like trapping yourself like that. And so for some people, it's like coming to terms with a nightmare situation that maybe couldn't have existed, except that you kind of created it by waiting too long and being married to the wrong details just because you knew you could turn a shit situation into something good. And so the thing is, it's like, you're also right. And I'm hearing for some of you all, that's like the part that you're mad about. Because then it's like self-fulfilling prophecy sort of shit. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, you're going to heal through it. Knight of Wands is on your side, because even if it's like some crap that you have to admit to somebody, I'm hearing it's like they're actually kind if it's this person and not like this third party that's trying to cast a negative web over everybody and being like, I have this over all of you. You've got this other person that's just like too busy, just like being whatever they're sending through, and that's the strong energy that's actually been too busy to focus on you, but that's also like moving in your favor. And I'm hearing it's like why that tree is even going to work. And so for some of you all, whatever the Ankh means to you or whatever you've been like hanging up, it's like, I'd be careful what I'm hanging up right now, especially from the symbological view, because in some cases it's like how you drew and quartered yourself and hung yourself on that Christmas tree and like didn't even realize what you were serving yourself for dinner, and like where these things are getting reconciled, because that Knight of Wands energy is creative, that's problem solving, and in all of this here, it's like what you already know. There's a light here over your head, and it's like you just know what's going to happen. So let's see what we can find out, because from a possibly romantic angle, wow, Virgo, we might see something happening. Let's see what's going on here. We get one for you, one for them. Your card. The World, 21. Major Arcana. Very nice. For some of you all, that's passion about to happen. It could be what a Knight of Wands is all about. That's somebody who's gonna make it happen. Yeah, wow. And you've got the star showing up. So somebody might be very attractive to everyone. It's like you've got this Leo energy here, and then this is kind of like Aquarius vibes a lot here. The star is often an Aquarius person. And this is like a gorgeous energy. This is like people that are seriously admired. This is like she's admiring him, he's admiring her. It's like it went all the way around the world, and it's like, wow, a decision to be made, because for some people there might be two options here. This is the Lovers. And so the Lovers, another Mercury ruled tribe like you, Virgo, also ruled by Mercury. And so it's like I'm hearing like, there could be a Gemini influence here. There's this Eight of Swords here. I'm hearing somebody might be like up trying to figure out what to do. And there might be a lot of attention on it too, because somebody might be in the spotlight. It's like they might be trying to protect their relationship too, because sometimes this star card here, if this isn't an Aquarius person, or it could be an Aquarius person and also be like someone kind of famous or like out in the open that people are looking at, and it's like they're like looking up to this person a lot. And so I'm hearing it's like the feelings here, if these are your feels, are mutual with this person. It looks like, you know, she's admiring him, he's admiring her. Please know your own descriptors. Okay. But it looks like the same people kind of taking turns like doting on each other. And these are major arcana. So we got 17, 21, Nine of Wands, making love energy, having fun, the lovers, being shot by Cupid. Let's see what we can find out about this Nine of Wands energy here, because for some of you all, this is coming out of the dark. Some of you all might be coming out about something, whatever that means to you. Coming out of a dark time where you have risen through this energy where you couldn't move or were stuck or fixated. Here, for somebody, it's like just married to the clock, having to work around the clock, thinking about you constantly. You're on the other side of the whatever, and how do I get to see you? Because that's world travel sometimes too. Being on the other side of the static halo containers, you know? Proving what the resistance isn't. What do we need to know here, Virgo, about this Nine of Wands? What's happening here with you? Okay. So we've got Fortuna. No, the other side of the wheel. Look at that. I'm hearing it's like, out with it. Somebody's going to speak up here. And there's like bearing of naked truth. Okay, so Speedy, this is somebody that really wants to go. Somebody might have left. They might have like missed an opportunity. Something that's just like zigzagged over their head, didn't come back. An opportunity, and it's like, I'm not going to let this happen. Somebody maybe being told something that's really important. It's like coming out about a truth, because falsita is a lie. I'm hearing that might be what some of this dark stuff was. It had somebody in the dark, and like why they kept a distance with somebody, and what is having to change, and what this person here, I'm hearing the one that's hung up here, you might need to know this. If you're the one that's hung up here, and this is you wanting to change here with the world, this is you being honest. You're needing to be honest, especially if you've been blocked. Or working from home, I hear, just like working too much, because some of you all have been, it's kind of like you're under an illusion, and I don't want to say you're lying to yourself, but it's like, you might have been giving people certain passes or letting certain things pass because you do so much and just make it work anyway, Virgo, and it's like, that might be what a lie looks like. It's like coming to terms with that thing, because now it's like being exposed in the light, the star, and like the strength card there, and like the hopes and dreams and things that you have to say goodbye to when you just like openly bear your truth, and like the wheel of fortune turns on what it looks like to be on the other side of the world. This is completion. That's how it ends. So I'm hearing for some of you all, it burns like that. You're going to know what that means, and for some of you all, it's just time to take a new look at that. I'm hearing go with leafy greens, surround yourself with clean, living environments. Floral scents might be good for you right now. Maybe look into incense, especially if you're healing from something, because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is about naturopathy, healing from home, being a home caregiver, different kinds of healing arts that you might be involved in, Virgo. House of Six matters. Love you very much. Definitely let me know what you think of this reading, if it resonated or not. I'd love to hear in the comments. I always love reading your comments. If you think it could help somebody, please share it with them. I definitely appreciate that. If you'd like your own reading and you have dates or not, I can get some really weird details that might only land if you know how to look at the other side of what didn't land there either. And so hit me up if you'd like to know more of that. Feel free to join us at the Very Fine Martians Discord chat too if you would like. And if not, hey, no problem. Just know I love you. I'm thinking about you, sending you great vibes. We'll catch you again, Virgo. We're back for another one very soon. Bye for now.